Hey everybody, it's the OMAD Dad. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, a channel that is dedicated to living the OMAD lifestyle or eating just one meal a day. Well, in today's post, I want to talk about the inevitability of having to discuss your OMAD plan and intentions with other people. This is a pretty important subject. Some of the top OMAD specific channels out there have addressed this issue, and they're pretty much all in unison with in agreeing with the position of you should not be talking about it to other people. I get their opinions. I understand where they're coming from. And maybe to a certain degree, I agree with them, especially if you're first starting out. I know whenever you're starting something new, a lot of people view that with some skepticism, like, oh, here's Bill, he's going to try for his 12th time to quit smoking, or, oh, Jane is going to try for that diet again, another crazy diet. And so it can be demotivating to you in some points, and some people do, who are miserable people, try to bring you down. But overall, I think discussing your OMAD plan with other people, not with the intention of converting them like somebody would convert them to a different religion, but having the intention of discussing it with other people is vital and also necessary. It doesn't matter what diet you pick or go with, you're eventually going to have to bring that up because at some point people are going to start to notice a change, not only in your body composition if you're successful, but they're also going to notice a change in your behaviors. In other words, you're not going to be like the typical American consuming calories at every second and every chance that they can get. So you'll be in social situations, and if it's not your time to eat, if your eating window is closed or it's not even open yet at all, and people are trying to get you to eat this or, have a few drinks, and your position is, I'm sorry, I'm just going to have some water or some black coffee, eventually you're going to have to talk about it. And the reason other people are kind of in unison with saying that you shouldn't talk about it is because of this big social taboo against fasting, time restricted eating, intermittent fasting, whatever you want to call it. It's all pretty much under the same umbrella. There's this big social taboo. It's as if in America today, it's just expected that we consume, and eat and drink our calories and snack in the car, especially with snacking. Snacking is just so huge. I mean, think of all of the times that you're in the office and in the past, you've had really good intentions, and then somebody brings in the box of donuts, or somebody brings in a whole bunch of bagels and cream cheese, or your intention is to be good, and you've had a couple of good meals, and then somebody calls you up and said, "Hey, let's go out for some snacks and drinks," and it all kind of goes downhill. And next thing you know, you're 1,000 or 2 calories over your daily limit. So, getting back to my original point. There's this big, sort of tradition, growing tradition in this country of constantly eating and constant consuming. So whenever somebody sees you pushing away food or saying, no, thank you, it's not my time, or some version of that, they get nervous and they automatically assume that you're having an eating disorder. Now, the people in your circle, your family and your friends, the people who really love you, they may be concerned that you're developing or have developed an eating disorder because you're only choosing to eat one big meal a day. But these are the same people that when you explain to them and go over how this works and explain to them how you are getting your nutrients in and you're eating every day and you're not depriving yourself, these same people will be on your side and rooting for you when they see the weight loss drop. When they see you getting your health turning around. Those are your true friends. And you're always going to encounter people who are what I call negative Nellies, people that just can't be happy in their own skin. And so if you're having success with something, or if you're trying at something, they have to bring you down to their level. And you're never going to be able to escape those people. It doesn't matter what you're doing in life, whether it's a new skill you're learning, or you're trying to quit a nasty habit, or get your health in order. They're always going to have something to say. They're always going to bring up some just bland, generic advice that is either not relevant to your situation, or something that's been proven wrong for a long time. So you have to get used to that, and you have to be able to filter out the correct information, the positive information, and get rid of all of the information that doesn't best serve you. And in the big scheme of things, the more we talk about this practice of eating only once a day, eating a nice full meal once a day and pushing our plates away until the next day and just having what we need, the more we talk about this, the more we talk about taking a little mild break every day from constant eating, the more we're going to tear down the walls of taboo, and the more we're going to open up the lines of communication so that people can understand why we're doing this and the benefits that it has. I think that's probably one of the biggest reasons that people are skeptical of it is this huge social taboo, and that's because there is this really big effort from food companies, from the media, to constantly get us to consume. So once you start doing this for a while and you see that for what it is, it no longer bothers you. But to think that you can just escape and push all of these negative people away, I'm sorry to tell you, folks, you're going to have to deal with them at some point in your life. And I look at it as if it's a positive thing. For example, if somebody challenges my position, it only makes me stronger in my practice, and it makes me smarter in my practice, because if they come up with a fact that I can't verify, I then have to look it up and research it and see, are they in fact saying something of truth? And 9 times out of 10, it's just some regurgitated fact that they've heard, some old wives' tale that's not true and has been disproven. And that's fine too. That gets you smarter. You should know about OMAD. You should know about what you're doing and why you're doing this and how it works and why it works. And I've got some videos on my channel that will discuss the basics of that and why it works and how it works well for you. I'm not saying that this is the only way to lose weight or to get your health in order, but it's something that is very powerful, and it's something that's worked so well for me that I wanted to share this with as many people who are open to this as possible. And I'm doing so on this channel. I have no problem talking about OMAD to other people. I've been to parties where people have seen me eating and they say, well, you mean this is really going to be the only thing you eat for the rest of the day? Yes, it is. And I explain how it works. And, often people will come up and say, wow, you look so different. And how much did you lose? And, I'll say, well, listen, I've lost 60 pounds, but most importantly, my health has improved. More so than me losing weight and becoming slimmer, I think the most important thing is that I'm not puffing on my inhaler all the time for my asthma. My joints and my back aren't always aching. I'm not out of breath putting my socks on. I don't suffer from sleep apnea anymore. I can actually get a decent night's sleep. I have a 2-year-old and a 1-year-old, so there's going to be some nights where I'm just not going to get any sleep. I'm sure you guys out there with children understand. But that to me is way more important than the vanity issue of I got down to a goal weight or I lost weight quickly. And that's something else to consider too. A lot of other programs don't really do that for you. And I'm not here to make a claim saying that you will cure all your diseases and all your ailments if you just go to OMAD or if you do intermittent fasting, timed eating, whatever you want to call it. I'm not going to make that claim. But I've been in contact with a lot of people who have turned their health around by managing their eating and managing their weight and their overall health and monitoring it. And that is something that is worth you to do. And why would you want to deny that you're doing it or not talk about that? I openly talk about it with a lot of people. And the more it's seen as a legitimate practice, is the more people that are doing it and saying, hey, you know what, enough is enough. I don't feel like eating all day, and I'm tired of being tired and overweight and unhealthy. The more that we discuss this, the more receptive people are going to be to trying it and getting their health turned around. And I've always researching diets. I'm always looking them up, especially on YouTube and the commentary. And you look at like some of the biggest vegan channels and the biggest carnivore channels or the biggest low carb channels or the whatever it happens to be. And right now, the only thing they're doing is tearing each other down. Even the vegan channel, especially, they fight each other all at the time and go back and forth. Their videos aren't even any now, and I'm not going to name names, but many of their videos now aren't even about how to make veganism work for you or the other health benefits of veganism. It's all about, well, this guy is wrong or this guy is saying this, let's attack this one. And that's not what the OMAD or intermittent fasting community needs. And that's not what I've seen from it. We do have different approaches. Some people use keto for their eating. Some people are vegan. Some people are standard American diet or some other version that I haven't mentioned for food. And they make it work for them. And they have noticed some incredible results and they feel amazing. And that is worth sharing. And that's what inspired me to start my channel in the first place, to be able to talk to you guys out there about this and to share my thoughts, my ideas, and share some of my experiences for those of you who are trying to go through this and had questions. I don't know the answer to everything, but I tried to give you my honest opinion and experiences based on my journey. So that is my thought about whether we should talk about OMAD to other people. Overall, I say absolutely, yes, we should. We should tear down the barriers, the taboos surrounded by not constantly eating all the time. This is definitely something that is a positive in so many areas and so many aspects of our world. So the environment, think of the environmental impact of human beings eating a little less and a little less often. You couldn't even, it's not even calculatable right now. But overall, yes, we need to be talking about this to more people. And you should not be afraid to talk to other people about the fact that you are fasting for the rest of the day or that you're taking a few hours off from eating. Don't be afraid. Make the connection and talk to people and tell them about the benefits of OMAD. Well, that is it for me for today. Just a really quick video on my thoughts about that. I'd love to hear in the comment section or from an email from you guys about whether you think you should be talking to OMAD to other people. If you have talked about OMAD to other people, and what are some of the reaction and comments that you get from others? I'd love to hear that from you. I'm going to post my email address in the description box. You can email me if you don't feel comfortable leaving a comment, or if you do feel comfortable, just leave a comment down below. I thank you very much for watching. I hope you've had a great day. I hope you're enjoying your OMAD, and I will see you next time.